One of my student yesterday asked me, "Sir, what is the difference between love and attachment? Are they same?" So just trying to give the answer of that question. See, attachment has various forms. You can be attached to a philosophy. You can be attached to a belief. You can be attached to a land, to a piece of house which you belong to. You can be attached to social customs. You can be attached to a social belief. You can attach to a culture or religion which you belong to. You can attach to the future hopes which you have with your life. You can cling on to any of these things. So attachment has various forms. And in all these forms, you need to see why the attachment came out. What is the need of attachment? Why the humans want to be attached with the things which are around them? That is one of the most important questions related to attachment. Why you want to get attached? Is attachment coming out of your voidness? Is attachment the result of your emptiness or the loneliness which you have within yourself? That could be an answer. I'm lonely. I'm completely empty. I don't have anything to hold upon. So what should I hold? Because if I don't hold, I feel that I'm lost. I feel that I don't belong to anything. In that case, you start getting attached to the things which are around you. People come and they tell you something, you hold on to it because it gives you a feeling that I exist. That could be a second aspect to it as well. Is the attachment coming from insecurity? That is the second question. There are two types of insecurity: psychological insecurity and financial insecurity. Along with it, physical insecurity. I'm an Indian. This gives me a financial security. I belong to this country. At the same time, it gives me psychological security as well. I belong to a certain group, and that group will protect me. That group will take care of me. And if I abandon everything which is there around me, if I say that I don't belong to anything, then I'm lost. And belonging to a certain group also gives me that physical security, a sense of physical security which is truly not there, but it gives for some time. In that case, a human starts clinging onto the things which are around it, whether it is a belief that I am a Hindu, after death I'm going to go to heaven, right? I belong to this sect, after doing this ritual I go to some good place, this is a hell, I'll go to heaven, I'll have my life over there. So there are various forms of attachment, and there are two reasons which are very clear. The first one is insecurity, and the second one is loneliness. Loneliness is the biggest reason, because when you are lonely, when you are empty within yourself, there is no ground to stand upon. Then you start searching for the things outside. That could be a possible answer. That holding nature, that is what is craving humans to belong to something. Because if they don't belong, then there is no way to be. Now, when the question of love comes, love is totally different from attachment. Love is complete in its own nature. Because if you're attached to something, if you're attached to a particular belief, I hold on to a belief that I am a Brahmin. In this belief, I basically go against out of everything which is there around me. I isolate myself. I say I am Hindu, I am Brahmin. This isolates me from the rest of the group. And that indeed creates fragmentation. That indeed creates division. That indeed creates conflict. And where there is a conflict, the energies are disturbed. The energies are in contradiction to each other. I belong to this, you belong to that. I follow this, you follow that. This is my country, this is your country. So when there is a conflict, there is no place for love. Where there are arguments, there is no place for love. So that is a form of attachment, which I am talking about. Different forms of attachment. But when you are with someone to whom you truly love, then there is no sense of conflict. Love implies no fragmentation. Love implies no conflict at all. And before going to that question as well, do you actually love someone? Have you loved someone truly? You may love your dog, but dog is your slave. Apart from animals, apart from nature, apart from the beauty of a poetry, is there anything which you love? Love means not asking anything in return, not at all dependent on each other. And if there is dependency, if you are dependent on someone, then fear comes into existence. And where there is a fear, anxiety, loneliness, anger, jealousy, all these qualities gradually come. A mind which is divided cannot love. A mind which is frightened, which has its own ambition, greed, lust, guilt, pleasure, is incapable of love. A mind which is divided in its own self, the mind that is fragmented, can only lead to sorrow. Fragmentation implies sorrow. Sorrow means that there is division that you have created between you and me, between me and they, between we and they. This is purple. He belongs to that black guy. He belongs to that white group. He belongs to this group. So on and on and on. Love can only happen where there is no conflict. When energies are not in conflict, then only love can take place. But right now, the love which we in the society, if a man comes and says that I love you, or a woman says to a man that I love him, or a girl says to a boy that I love you, or a boy says to a girl that I love you, it is basically the image that they are indicating upon. There is no direct relationship. A boy has an image of a girl has an image of a boy. That image has been created through remembrance of the past. And past involves memory. And where there is a memory, there is a conflict. So the question of love should be asked in a very decisive way. Can you come to a point where there is no conscious effort, there is no conscious effort of love, when there is no conscious effort of being loved by someone? Can a mind totally come upon to a point where there is no dependency at all, where there is no conflict at all? If there is memory, if there is a perception of each other, If there are conclusions based on each other, then you have not known love. If I know you and then I love you, then I can't love you. Because then I'm loving and tasting the same old thought or the same old perception which I've built about you. I'm loving the image. I've tasted that image. I've smelled that image. And I'm loving to it. I'm not loving you. So love does not involve memory. Love doesn't involve past. If there is past, if there is memory, it means there is a continuation, and that continuation will eventually lead to conflict. Where there is conflict, there is division, love cannot exist. Love means the mind has come to a point of total attention. Love means now there is no hatred, no anxiety, no jealousy, not conflict of any form at any fundamental level. Love is vitality. It is passion, passionate form of divine nature. So one can only love someone when he has truly abandoned himself. Self-abandoned is the only way to love. Because wisdom and love goes together. Where the flowers have bloomed, where the wisdom flowers have bloomed, the automatically love will come into that place. The smell of love will flower itself. The fragrance of love will shower itself. And that can only happen when there is wisdom. Wisdom and love goes together. And the mind, which has absolutely no sense of self at all, that mind can only love. Love is self-abandonment. Love is giving everything without asking anything in return. That is what my definition of love is.